What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So if you don't know, this year Apple launched the iPad Air with the new M1 chip, and it raised the question, if I'm somebody entering the tablet space, what tablet should I buy? Because last year Apple released the iPad Pro, and the iPad Pro and the iPad Air are similar in so many ways that the decision is actually kind of tough. So what iPad should you buy and why? Let's get right into it. What about for performance? The iPad Pro and the iPad Air have the exact same M1 chip, and this is a beast of a chip. It crunches through daily tasks faster than I could ever imagine. Well, since they both have the same chip, well then, let's talk about the next thing, the display. But what about the display? The iPad Pro has a 120 Hz screen, and the iPad Air is just 60 Hz. And one thing I found was that even though both tablets have the exact same chip inside, the iPad Pro feels way more powerful and way snappier and way smoother, all because of that display. So if display is something that you really care about, the iPad Pro is the way to go. But what if you don't care about the display? Then what's next? Well, the iPad Pro and the iPad Air are also similar in price, with the iPad Air from this year starting at $750 and the iPad Pro from last year starting at $50 more at $800. But there are actually some benefits and compromises at that price point. So let's talk about those. The iPad Pro and the iPad Air are really similar devices in terms of what they can do, but the iPad Pro actually has some really major advantages over the iPad Air. Like, of course, that 120 Hz screen, but also the extra camera on the back, as well as the LiDAR sensor that sits right next to it. If you're a fan of AR or any kind of stuff like that, you're gonna want those things. There's also a couple of other smaller things. The iPad Pro, for example, has Face ID. So if you want Face ID on your tablet and don't want to have to touch the power button every single time, then that's a major point for the iPad Pro. Another really minor thing is that the iPad Pro has a slightly thinner front glass that allows for better pressure sensitivity with the Apple Pencil. So if you're somebody who's a fan of drawing, making art, anything like that, using like Pro Tools, then you're gonna want to experiment with both to see which one you prefer. But those are all the plus sides for the iPad Pro. What are the downsides? Well, at the $800 price point, you actually lose on the 256 gigabyte storage option. So with the iPad Air, you could get 256 gigabytes at the $750 price point. With the iPad Pro, at $800, you get 128 gigabytes, which for most people wouldn't really be that big of a deal, but it can be a deal breaker for some people. There is higher storage options available for the iPad Pro, just not at that price point. So what's the verdict? You should get the iPad Pro if you like to draw, you like AR, you like 120 Hz screens, and you like an overall Pro package. You should get the iPad Air if you don't care about any of those things and really just want a good tablet with a good amount of storage to store any sort of files that you want at a lower price point. So that's that. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more comparison / unboxing style videos like this in the future, then please let me know. This was a lot of fun to make and edit and all that stuff. So if you guys want to see more like this in the future, just put a comment down below. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys enjoyed this video, then smash like, subscribe, comment down below any ideas you guys have for future videos. And yeah, check out this video, subscribe to my channel here, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.